that's going to do. Now again, like I already said, the government was Caucasian, the missionaries and the priests were Caucasian, so, and of course their message is a God of love and a God of hope. If you were treated like this, what would you think? Would you want that God? Would you resent those people? When I was with NAME, one of the things that the staff said once, some of the workers with NAME said in one of our training, is that ministering to Native Americans is harder than ministering to Muslims. When I heard him say that, I thought, oh, wow, huh, I don't know what to think. But after what I've just said, you look at this beautiful land around me and you guys can only see a small piece of it. There's elk, there's bear. I actually came up to bear hunt, but I'm doing this video instead. Not going to be able to. Coming up the 10th is the start of our rifle elk season right where I'm sitting right here. Right behind me for 15 seasons I guided elk hunters up until a few years ago when the elk populations have diminished so much, largely because of the wolves that they reintroduced into Yellowstone have come up and just knocked back the herds big time. And I lost my train of thought. But what would you think? Would you receive a message from a people who came and did that to you? And after I've lived 16 years on the Coeur d'Alene Reservation and been developing relationships with the people, I understand why the NAME guy said that, because there's resentment. There's a resentment and there's a racial prejudice, but why not? Why not have the prejudice? If this is what Suyapi, that's the Salish, Coeur d'Alene's or Salish-based language. Suyapi means man with beard. Suyapi, like me, is trying to say, oh, you should follow Jesus. He loves you. And all they have is this grudge, this continuous grudge against what has been done to them by the people. So I'm not going to belabor it. It's just that working with Native Americans in Canada and the U.S. is a relational, very much a relational thing. Getting to know people, spending time with them. But all outreach is relational. Even if you're in New York City on the street, street preaching, you're still, those who do good at that have the ability to look at the people who are listening and develop a quick bond so that those people listen. Not something I ever had the ability to do. So one of the things, if you think about it, is God put me here. I'm not like, maybe he'll move me on somewhere else, I'm not sure. But at 16 years, it's longer than anyone in my family has lived in one place. My parents were missionaries in Brazil when I was a kid for 4 years. So if you remember me, think about me, just pray that God leads me to the relationships with people, even though there is a lot of racism at me. I can feel it. I felt it. I can tell you about it, but if I were to talk to you. But anyway, so I'm just going to end with that. I'm on the Coeur d'Alene Reservation, live close to Plummer, Idaho, 30 minutes south of Coeur d'Alene here in the inland northwest. And the last thing I want to say is, because the reason I'm not going to the reunion is this spring, some friends of mine who work with NAME near Calgary, Alberta, mutual friends introduced me with a gal and introduced her. Myrna Patnode's her name. She works with Northern Canada Evangelical Mission in Canada. Is from Alberta, north of Edmonton, and she is actually, as it just turns out, she's what's called Métis Cree. So she is native, but loves the Lord, godly woman, and just really wanting to get to know her, and things are going really good, and And we couldn't afford, she would have come to the reunion with me, but we just couldn't afford to do it. Neither one of us makes the money to do it. And so I'm going to hang with her this weekend instead. So God bless you. Have a good time at the reunion. Bye.